kill.
Wanna turn up the heat? God damn it!
Hello guys, Moukass here. What's up? So today I'm gonna showcase my favorite carbines for the NC. This has been asked a lot and I play a lot of light assault. So I tried a lot of the carbines and I have some favorites and some second favorites, etc. So I'm gonna talk about my all-time favorite, honestly, is the Razor carbine. Even though it has actually the lowest DPS, I like it because actually you can keep firing on the enemies for very long because of the very fast reload. This is one of the reasons I love this carbine. We're gonna compare it to the Mercenary, the default one. So you can see that it shoots a bit slower than the Mercenary carbine, but it has a higher muzzle velocity and it reloads much faster. This is why I love this carbine. So the Razor GT23 is I think one of my all-time favorite for versatility. It can do decent at close range because it has good hipfire. Even though I don't equip the laser sight, I use it with the forward grip, high velocity ammo, flash suppressor and 2x scope to optimize it at range. And you can use it at very close range but also at very long range, almost like a DMR, and if you can land these headshots you're gonna have a pretty fast time to kill. Oh fuck. So this is one of my favorite carbines, and with the SP system I use it with the Cyclone, so it makes a nice carbine for long range, and the Cyclone is nice at close range. If I didn't have ASP system, I'll take a nice pistol like the Rebel Desperado. I like the Pilot also. I don't have any preference for that. I like to use them usually with the Skirmisher Jump Jet, the default jump jets, Nano with armor, Frag Grenade, C4, Sensor Shield and Survivalist, or sometimes Regeneration. So I have the maximum mobility and I don't appear on the minimap thanks to the Sensor Shield. I'll appear on the minimap if I fire my weapon, but usually as a light assault you should be in a hard to reach spot so you can engage in the enemies without them being able to engage you.
Oh my god, he's wet. You want a piece of me, boy?
Yeah, piece of cake.
My second favorite carbine, I'll have to say it's the GD7F. Brrr, it's so nice guys, it has a very high rate of fire, it's extremely good in 1v1 situations. We're gonna compare it to the default. Compared to the Mercenary, you can see that it shoots very fast, it does a little bit less damage per shot, and it has a very long reload. So the GD7S is very good for hit and run playstyle. You unload your magazine into someone and disappear to reload, and it usually takes quite some time. You should always try to leave at least one bullet in the magazine so you can hit the short reload. The long reload is very long, so try to just hit reload before you empty completely your magazine. I use it with the laser sight, one-time scope, flash suppressor and soft point ammo to extend the maximum damage range by 5 meters. This is very valuable with this weapon. So this weapon is just epic, like just the sound of it and the feel when you chain these headshots. You need 4 headshots to kill.
Never know what
and 4 headshots is pretty quickly with this weapon.
Double killer, pilot.
The big downside is that it's very bad at range. Especially I don't have the 4 grit, so the recoil is pretty hard to manage. Here I'm not compensating. But at long range you'll have to burst a lot if you want your shots to land on target. And you're gonna have to land a lot of shots to kill an enemy. It does 100 damage only at the maximum range. So you're gonna need 10 shots at max range if they don't have nano. So GD7F Carbine is extremely powerful weapon in 1v1 situations. I like to have it with a sensor shield, survivalist, a grenade bandolier, skirmisher jet, and frag grenade. And the secondary I have the pistol, the NS pilot. I try to have a high powered pistol like the Desperado, Rebel, Commissioner. I haven't tried the underboss yet. Right now I'm really liking this NS pilot because you can unload your magazine and quickly switch to your pistol. I tried also to have this weapon with the SMG in the secondary, but it takes quite some time to switch weapons, so I prefer to have a pistol so I can switch faster. And usually with this weapon you're fighting at very close range, so it's actually nice to have a pistol that you can switch to quickly if you happen to not have enough rounds in the magazine to finish your target. So you can just unload your weapon. If it's not enough, you switch to your gun.
Accuracy.
Double killer, pilot. Bloody well destroyed. Keep it up, 6-4. Nice triple kill.
Quad damage.
Never know what hit him.
And that's it. I'll have to have the grenade bandolier because I go very close range and in a pretty big fights. So sometimes I have good occasions to just kill clumps of enemies with the grenades before finishing them off with the carbine.
Never know what hit him.
Want to turn up the heat.
Ghost reporting.
Oh my god.
And the last favorite weapon, I think you guessed it, guys. My last favorite carbine is the Bandit.
That brought new meaning to hostile takeover.
Bandit, I love it for the hip fire accuracy. It's insane, guys. And it's one of the only carbines that you can strafe faster when you use this carbine than the other carbines. Let's see with the SMG. Actually, SMG you strafe also fast, but you can see that with this carbine you strafe faster. It's very similar to the mercenary carbine. We're gonna compare. It's just that it reloads a bit slower and it does less damage at range. It has a higher DPS at close range than the mercenary carbine, so it's a very nice carbine at close range. Also pretty good in 1v1 situations, and if you can hip fire and get these headshots, you're gonna get quite a very fast time to kill. And the fact that you can ADS and still be very mobile makes it very powerful in close quarters.
Accuracy.
This is why I like this carbine a lot. I use it with the laser sight,
Perfect.
Nice triple.
usually a flash suppressor, soft point ammo to extend the maximum damage range from 10 meters to 15 meters like the GD7F, and advanced laser sight. And this is one of my favorite, also a rack subnet. I use it sometimes I use it very similarly to the GD7F carbine. It's quite similar to this GD7F. It's just that this Bandit is actually a little bit more accurate and more forgiving. If you have to engage targets at range, you can compensate for the recoil. So it's a little bit more versatile than the GD7F. So let's say GD7F is for very close range, Bandit is for close to medium range, and Razor is for medium to long range. But Razor is like sometimes my safe choice. It's like if I'm not sure which situation I'm gonna get in, usually Razor carbine is a pretty good choice. That's it. Let me know what are your favorite carbines. There's a lot of other good carbines, honestly. With the NC we have a lot of good weapons. I like the mercenary carbine. The default weapon is very good. I like the directive weapon, but I haven't. I'm not gonna include it in this top. Charger is garbage. Don't use this. The NS11C is pretty good also, but it's an NS weapon, so I'm gonna keep it out of here too.
Never know what
So that's
hit
it.
'em.
My favorite carbines: GD7F, Razor, and Bandit. Let me know what you think. That's it, guys. Have a good day. Stay epic. Bye bye.
They're cool, man.
have taken the lead.
Double killer, pilot.
Want to turn up the heat?
Max terminated.
I came, I saw, I kicked ass.
Excellent.